Hi, I just took a shower, so things that have been going on are like wondering like what I think about everyone I compare myself to, which would be people my age, which is 1985 to 1986, and then 1987 is a year younger. So um, they're not even like people born in 1985 and four. So it's kind of like that. It's just um, so. So the funny thing about older generations is it was that they all looked like cute little girls when they were younger, but like they never had enough sex or something. And then, but they continued to feel that way as they looked like adults. And you know what I'm talking about, like layers, looking more to have more of a figure and build. Might be an even mixture of fat and muscle, but I believed in other things. You know, it might include how fluffy your skin feels or how it's doing. And I don't know why Spanish people, when they come here, I mean, why the babies would be dark, but I'm guessing they get dark later, like the ones in down south, like they come out blonde, and their parents probably aren't all Latino, and then they get older and they get darker. They pretty dark though, because they're like brown after that. So I think it's harder to be European if you're Asian then. But because so they said the ones with light skin looked more Asian, and so they forgot about the ones from South Asia, which is most of them, even China, because some of them didn't look good there. Even the ones who are all Chinese have problems. And everyone else probably is more Japanese because they eat less and stuff. And you know, the Japanese are always eating lightly. So if you were wondering about real racism, like you don't go home and say, "Oh, it's it, I'm European." You probably want to look at Asian. If you want to think someone's wild, I would say either Native American Indian, but not say because it's Asian, and then say African, and then say some Native American Indians have African a long time ago. But as far as being wild, I wouldn't say Europeans have to be more wild than Asians as a rule of thumb. So, um, so yeah, I was wondering about people my age, and then I found that the ones who are all like Polish or who maybe are bitter and Scottish, like they don't have the same rights, and like most people are part German, so even if you're part Native American Indian or half Asian and you look European, who knows who that is, it would still be an issue. So I don't know about all Asian, but I'm not, because like I was just in the shower and I was thinking my hair wasn't this thick, so I couldn't really think about it. And you know, it's not shaped like that either. And so it was just a little different. So I'm mainly wondering about how thick it is. I don't use hair thickening shampoo for that reason, because I thought it'd be different, and I don't want to be different, I guess. So, and people even go so far as to say your skin color doesn't matter at all. But I know for a fact if you tan your skin and you think it'll look more rich later, you'll just see it's darker and you'll have to make it lighter later. But the thing is, you don't want it all white. You should notice what makes your skin pink. So back to the topic, I was wondering about people my age. So people older look like they had a nicer childhood, you know, born after like around 1950, I guess. So they just look funny. Like they think maybe they think they have a better figure. I don't think it's true. And I mean, they wear the same clothes at home. You know, and most people can afford to get clothes. Maybe just not the most expensive ones that exist mostly. And even though they don't make them right, but as far as comparing myself to other people my age, I always thought I was more mature and as well as moral. So I don't know what I would say about that. So like you would just be comparing me to older people with fuller figures, and the ones who have problems with their race would be like Polish and Latino and sometimes half Italian. So the ones who are Polish, then my age or around my age, a little bit older or a little bit younger, actually look really pleasured and plump. So if you're talking about like most Polish people, they might, most of them seem older, but I guess some of them aren't. But they'll still go in the crowd as someone mature. But there are people my age who are Polish who don't look very intellectual. I mean, they do, but like they just don't look old, but they look intellectual. So I tried to be like that, but I kind of gave it up because it just wasn't my stereotype, and I'm not really all American. Like they usually tend to look a certain way, and then I look at Europe and they kind of look ugly, and I kind of didn't like it in the end. But I kind of didn't like it anywhere. So people my age, I haven't finished talking about it, but I guess I just want to say I was actually more mature than everyone my age, mostly. So you're just comparing me to people slightly older females, and it didn't apply to anything. Well, you get the picture. There's a lot more points you could make, of course, but I don't know what else is important right now. I'm just kind of finishing up this video. So, and then you have to talk about people here who have to say they're like all Polish and Scottish, or like Scottish people are fine racially probably, but they're just really bitter and annoying when it comes to like, oh, I'm all white. So maybe not compare them to someone who's part Native American Indian if they're not. So the Asian, Native American, African was something different. But like someone Polish, like who doesn't look young, wouldn't be listened to. That's really not my problem, because my only Polish would be from Germany area that I found in a last name. Genealogy test don't even report that. And then I said something about part Italian, so it'd be something that wouldn't be something for my family. So it would just say I like it and I don't care, and all Italians don't know if they have more Middle Eastern, and it wouldn't matter in the end. So I don't know about the type as being part Italian, but it's not going to be more Italian. And so as far as my problems go, I'm thinking, like, I don't really have that many problems because I'm not a certain kind of Irish, and I have a lot of kinds, so it doesn't bother me. So the rest doesn't really have a problem. So I found some Ukrainian girls, mostly when I meet them, they're nice, but sometimes they're not, like even Polish people, I guess. So that was kind of my problem. Because like I didn't do anything to them, so I don't know. I just found out some of them were bad, and like maybe all of them are like that. So sometimes Russians were better, like all the people in Eastern Europe, like Southeastern Europe. So I don't know what's up with Northeastern Europe. I think they had Southeastern European, but so I guess they would fight a lot with Russia about like maybe they're more German, but that's not true either. So as far as my race goes, I don't have many problems. Unless you want to talk about percentage, it wouldn't be like I thought it was mostly Irish, but then I found it wasn't mostly, like I had real Irish and it wasn't mostly Irish. And I'm from America and I'm not really American, so I don't have many friends, but like so I have some Irish, mostly Norwegian, English, and French I know so far. So there could be other things, like some people even have German. So I'd be one of the people that have the French, but I'm not all French from that. So I have, and like everyone, so it's pretty much like everyone there, and it's pretty even. So that's all that is. And like, so it's hard to be proud of it because it was too many things. I don't know the percentage either. So I think it's about even though for me. Some people, like my grandma's side doesn't have as much real Irish, I think. So I guess that's a difference. And then like the real Irish side I found was more well-to-do. Like maybe they didn't have to work on a farm. But they still were nice. I don't know. So, and worked. Right, but I guess so. So I just say my dad's dad had a lot of Irish, but maybe my grandma was slightly less Irish. I don't know how much less now, but they didn't know my dad's dad wasn't all Irish, they said. So I'm guessing it's similar. So it's kind of even everything. I'm just so Swiss was pretty big after the all the Irish counted together, but it might be more than each thing unless Norwegian was higher there. And I didn't like that either because I found it was bad people. So maybe it was a mistake, but I don't believe in the parents being that. But you know, you have to say their ancestors aren't better as people. So, and then, so I suppose I couldn't really find the German exactly. I found some last names, but most of it's probably from East Germany. So, and it's probably not well to do, like the castles that are all there. So, but it sounds nice. And I don't know why they came here, but so that was another big thing. Most people have it, unless they're Polish or like Scottish and English and stuff like that. And the people who are Scottish and English have other things. I'm not sure what. And then, so I don't even know how much Dutch we have, but a lot of people don't like me because of it. I don't know why they like the rest of my family. I think they weren't very mature or something, but so, and then I thought I had a lot of different lines of French from Ireland and France, maybe. So that was another thing. I had a lot from different sides, I'm guessing. So yeah, it's been 11 minutes. So I don't know. So it's just interesting. I always thought I was like had certain extremes, but now I'm finding it's all the same. So it wouldn't matter how much Dutch because it's not a lot more than anything. It's probably not that different. Most people want to say it doesn't exist, like my family said, but I guess they're bad people, or maybe they were embarrassed or something. Yeah, that's bad. People up north are like that, and they say, "Oh, I genuinely think something of you. Like I think you need me or something." I don't need them. I'm not even from here. I would just go to Europe. So, but it's a nice climate here. So I don't know how other people feel being mixed, but I said it was very mixed, I think, as I went back. So I'm just going to talk about this to get over with, and I'll post something else, I guess. See, I always thought it was very mixed going back. It wasn't like one side was this, one side was that, pretty much. And they were all very similar, but each side didn't have each thing, of course. So, and they don't talk about being Swiss because it's Amish. They thought it was an exception to being German and everything else, of course. So I don't know what people are doing about that. It doesn't seem to exist anymore. And the Amish people, I think, aren't Amish anymore, largely. So I guess I just got to figure something out. But yeah, it's kind of cool. I just don't think anyone else is that proud of their race. Actually. There isn't anything I regret, but I have favorite things. Like I think being Irish was nice. Like maybe English is kind of stuck up here, but because if I was like all of some other things, I'd probably be more stuck up, or like say I look different. So actually I do like having, so a lot of people wonder like maybe they don't have like Swedish or something. I don't have Swedish. I've Norwegian from Ireland. So about the Dutch, I mean, if you have the Norwegian, you would say, why would you also have to be Dutch or something? So I would say I'd rather not be not Dutch, even if people don't like me. I found I couldn't compete with the ones from the Netherlands, so I didn't like that. But so I wouldn't want to get rid of all the French lines because I was in New Orleans, the area, and I found a lot of them like, oh, we're French, and they don't care. So I'm glad I have that. Well, I guess you get the picture. Anything else important? Oh yeah, I'm proud of being Swiss, but I don't know what it's like to be all Swiss. It'd probably say something like you weren't Irish. I don't know. So I guess you wouldn't want to talk to someone from like some other places that are more highly reputed as places to take after more than others. So Yeah, and I have other things too. Like to think about. Um, so yeah, I was mainly here to talk about how I was mature compared to everybody my age, and how I was competing against people who had more exciting childhoods, and their hair turned out blonde. Maybe I don't even know if they were born that way, but then I see all these kids who have darker hair for a long time as infants, and then it turns white. So it kind of makes me mad. Um, yeah, I'm sure it wasn't fair. Like they were wondering, like if you act a certain way around a baby, will their hair turn a certain color, or like which baby's hair was darker and stuff. Like, why would you do that? You don't even pay attention to how you are. Like you just make sure you change the diapers and give them food. That's what my parents probably did. Of course, they cared, like I said, but so yeah, you're not here to like criticize my family to be more trashy or something. But yeah, compared to people my age, they're all less mature. And when you compare me to older people, like much older and probably not Polish, you'll find that they are fatter and they have a figure and it's not really less in shape. So I'm being compared to whatever that is. And then they talk about other people, but yeah, I have other things to think about, but I'm getting tired. So I was thinking of talking about kids today, and the ones that are like younger than me that aren't really like the age I would have if I had kids already or whatever. So I'm getting tired. I'm making a meal again. And things are going well. I'm watching YouTube videos, or rather listening to them, and the screens aren't really working. I might be able to see if it works later, but so yeah, I'm posting online pretty much. I don't know what other people do, but I'm not going out with anyone right now, so obviously. And everyone thinks it's dangerous. I put a sign on my door with my website and nothing's popped up. And if I leave a brochure out there, they could be stolen, so I might not do it. I have to make some stuff myself. I was just going to give them my website to look at now. I've been tagging people sort of on the internet, going to their YouTube, subscribing, leaving a comment, liking comments of comments, and commenting there too. So all I can do is, I guess I have to make those pieces of paper with my website on it, and links to my blog and Facebook. It would be interesting if I gave them something, like maybe a quarter or something with it. I'll think about that. So I'll think about it later. So yeah, I'm having a good time mostly. I think other people are having problems with stuff. It's probably not about like who they are or something like that. And no one talks to me about race, so I don't know. They want to talk to people about their race, not about what they think about their race or whatever. So that's what like black people want to talk to. And I did just find people who are half African American, half Caucasian, or mostly seem to be the only mixed race with a problem with how they look. Because everyone else has the same problems. Like some people turn out with blonde hair more easily, and that's definitely a problem. So I guess that's the main problem. People who are half black is the only problem, and half white. Of course, it matters if you're mostly black and a little white, but that was the thing about mixed race. Like they're supposed to look white, like other half white people, but it was something about their skin color or the way their hair, like they're different with the whole look of their skull, and they might do research and find it's different, like Asian. So I don't know how different, but it's different. I didn't think about that. So I guess the brain would be different. Everything would be different. I don't know. I kind of like being half Asian because I saw how everybody else turned out, though. So I don't know what to say about that. But you know, it's supposed to be okay, the Asian, but it's not African. You just didn't get it. It's Asian. And it's only half Asian. And it's not like you have to go to one side. So it's just part something. So you shouldn't feel sorry for me with my compared to a half black person with how my skull looks or anything. And my hair color, even though it should be lighter. Yeah, I do have goals. I'm just gonna stop for now. This is enough for now. Yeah, don't I look ugly here? But you know, as you keep posting, you get better, and like you try to make yourself look better the next time. But you know, you keep posting anyway. I don't really ever stop because you've seen on Facebook people used to post all the time, but at least I found out I could make a special vlog on YouTube, and now I use Dropbox. At least I found that. I should advertise that on my site too to get more popular and help people. So yeah, I just keep posting it on my YouTube and then adding it to my vlog, you know, in little categories for each day. And then even if there's only one post that day, it's nice. And you collect the thumbnails, then you have your photos on Dropbox. I haven't really been changing anything on my new Facebook. I just have a few things like maybe twice a month and a few people comment. It's kind of nice. So yeah, I've got things going like that. I know what I'm talking about with that. So yeah, I guess I hope to see some people online. We'll see how I can collect that because that's kind of all I'm talking about sometimes. So, okay, bye.